Welcome to Life Hacks Beyond Convention with Dee and Sonia.
Well, it's hard to comprehend that people don't use digital money in many ways. However, I do think it would be terrible if we lost our ability to use cash.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, that's not a good way to go. But Tony doesn't handle any of the banking digitally. And a number of men I can think of who we've wanted to utilise something in this couldn't do it. And if it's private, they can't ask their wife to do it because their wife isn't part of. So that's where we sort of came unstuck with that a little bit, and I had to sort somebody else out to do it. So there's a lot of people older. Well, they're all younger than me. They might be your age, but it's going to be scary for some of them. Hopefully, a lot of people have got kids or something that can help them out with stuff when they need it.
Well, and it's just too, if you don't have the technology, excuse me, but to be able to do it, because so if you've got to do it all on your phone and your phone's really small, then it's really hard and you keep making mistakes when you're pressing the buttons and things like that. Like it does become a bit of an accessibility
issue.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah. And with the State Bank, we've got something called a dongle, and this has a little screen facing me with a number on it. So you've got to go and do the whole process. Then you've got to log into a different section of the bank. Then you've got to enter this and you've got to get it in before it changes. And if you're, like you said, on a phone and older and you're like, and going one number at a time, by the time you've got to the 5th out of 6, it's changed. So, yeah.
And I sometimes find my fingers I don't know. It's like trying to get it on the right key. And it puts in the wrong key. Then you delete it.
Yeah. So, I've got a different problem. MECFS, when it flares a little bit, somehow stops the electrical conductivity through your body. And so people with MECFS often have trouble with touch screens because you can hit the button all you like. It's not getting the message. And so you need, those special things. And at the moment I don't have an Apple Pencil that'll work. So
I haven't either. I've got first generation Apple Pencil, which does not fit my latest iPad. So
I thought it was just me, but then I met a couple of other people with the same condition, and they went, "Oh no, hate touch screens." So,
okay, that's. Yeah.
It's a pain.
Yeah, so anyway, it becomes an accessibility issue as well, doesn't it?
It does.
It's not just about people not wanting to learn the digital environment, but sometimes it's actually, they just don't have the tools that they need to make it successful.
And if they've got a phone and they're on a pension, doesn't mean that, they're not going to be able to learn to use a laptop or an iPad for that matter. You're asking someone much older to learn a skill that is so alien from their entire life that it makes it really difficult. So, don't know. And we've lost, we had 3 banks here at one stage in this town. Then we've got none now. So there's
I was going to say, have you got any? Is there an agency at all?
Post office. Post office works for some of the banks in some of the ways, and not all of them all of the ways. And
is your post office full time? Open full time?
9 to 5, yes, 5 days a week.
Friday. Yeah.
And the gentleman that owns it is Chinese. Lovely guy, really good with tech for himself and to help others with tech, but English is still not his fabulous language. So I don't know how he handles it when someone older comes in and wants to do something.
Yeah, so barriers,
Yeah, there's still barriers.
So have you got an ATM?
No. Sometimes you can get money out at the Foodland. Sometimes.
Oh, okay.
If there's
but that depends how much cash they've got on hand, I'm assuming.
And if there's an event, they just shut it down because everyone would want it. So if there's an event on and you want cash, you need to prepare for that the week before.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, well, that makes sense because they just wouldn't have enough cash on the premises. They,
Yeah.
you know, well, they're not a bank, they're a supermarket.
And most of us are paying with plastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So hit the subscribe button below if you want to follow life hacks beyond convention.